Don't know where it goes. I'm on a road. Follow your heart. It won't let you down. Follow your heart. Take the steps beyond your way. Take the steps. When you have a dream, you gotta start. It's the only way. If you're gonna shine, and you're gonna shine, shine, shine. You're gonna shine. Oh yeah, welcome to the ranch. And we are shining bright. We got a short week, so it's all good. And this is the ranch, and we are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for all indie artists. If you're an indie artist, you want your music there because they take care of their people and they actually pay them money with curated radio shows and things like that. We're also brought to you by Hotel Universe, with is a multimedia production company. So if you need anything video to be competitive, go to Hotel Universe and tell them Randie sent you. They'll take care of you there. All right. We also have our radio affiliates, which is the Plow Zone out in California and My Indie Radio out in Paris. So welcome, welcome. We love our listeners. We love our live audience. Oh, Billy, thank you. Even though you said I look good and you didn't even see me yet, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And Thanksgiving, yes, thank you. Thanksgiving is coming here in the States. I know we have listeners internationally, but it's a big week for us. Actually, when you hear this in Paris on Thursday, it will be our Thanksgiving. We will be eating so much food. It's ridiculous. Wednesday, you'll hear it in the Plow Zone. So, and then all our streaming platforms. We have about 20, 25 streaming platforms. You can listen anytime you want because the ranch is everywhere you want to be. And we have a fun show tonight. And I think it's our first time we've actually been in a garage. So, without further ado, let's take you to Blake Smelt with his awesome Mustangs.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really good. So where are you located, Blake? Where are we talking from?
Oh, I'm out from Lynchburg, Virginia.
You're actually not, you're not that far from me. I'm a little north of you in Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool. You can get in your car and you could be here in like
couple hours.
Couple hours. I'll be asleep, so maybe.
Right.
Okay, so we've got you in your one of your elements. Like when you're not making music, you're out in your garage.
Pretty much, doing whatever.
Tinkering around. All right. So how long have you been writing?
Well, I've been writing for a long time, like well before I could ever play. So probably like 16, 15, whenever I have something that would just pop in my head. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. I write it down. Maybe come back later, or maybe just completely forget about it. But I've been doing it since I was about 16 years old.
Okay. And eventually started playing guitar?
I did. So my sister's boyfriend at the time, of course, they're married now. He first introduced me to the guitar. You know, a typical sister's rock star boyfriend. You know, teaches her little brother how to play guitar, and that's pretty much what it was.
Oh, that's a cute story, though. I love that. Your sister's boyfriend taught you how to play. That's cool.
Yeah, he introduced it to me, and I thought, oh, I might as well try it. Why not? And then, here I am. He's still better than me, but, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're playing. And you can sit and have jam sessions with your brother-in-law.
Occasionally, we used to do it all the time.
You get older, and it gets harder to find people to play.
It does. I mean, of course, they're married now. They have their first kid, so, they're always busy doing that. But, whenever I have a chance, we do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
why I started playing because I used to write songs and I used to sing it to somebody and then they'd write the song, right? But then it get
Right.
harder and harder and I'm like, I gotta learn how to play guitar. If I'm gonna write songs, I gotta learn. So
Right, because people will read it and they're like, "Well, what's the melody? How's the song go?" Then you're like, "Oh, I got to figure that out now."
right.
Mhm.
Right. Now it's got all kinds of moving parts, right?
It's got way too much now. How far we've come.
Yeah. Yeah. So when did you actually record your first song?
So I released like demo. I called it demos from the 434, and that was actually off my phone out of this garage. So wasn't very good. Of course, I was just doing whatever because I thought, oh, this would be kind of cool. I know Zach Bryan did it, and I did a worse job, so we're gonna go with that. But then I first recorded my first studio single, and I think it was September of 2024, maybe, and I released it later in maybe November of 2024. That was my title, "You Ain't Whiskey." That
You
was
went with
the first studio song that I've ever made.
Okay. Okay.
And I was a little nervous because I never done anything like that before in my life.
I know your first time in, you think it's going to be it's nerve-wracking. You
It really
don't know what
is.
you're doing and you got this producer looking at you and
And he's
going
like,
back and forth.
it's like I gotta know what you sound like, and you're just like, oh, I'm not used to you singing in front of these things, and I gotta sing in front of people now.
Yeah.
It's always that
Yeah.
first nerve. And of course, I was working night shift too, so I just got off work and went straight over there and stayed there for a little while. So I was absolutely tired, but we made it work.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And I try to tell our listeners how important a producer is, for
Right.
making your music come alive. Here's your first experience in a studio, and that relationship with your producer is so important. He's walking you through the whole process, and you're learning.
Right. Right. It was an interesting experience. I think he was a really good dude. He knows his stuff. He's in the band himself, and he gave me tips and tricks about how to make it sound better, how to make it sound like me.
Hmm. As you develop your sound and stuff. So recording is actually fairly new to you.
Yes, it is. It still feels new.
Yeah, you just got your first album under your belt. You're a newbie.
That's right. I'm brand new, straight off.
Well, one thing you're going to find is, there are pockets of community for indie artists that support each other. And, I belong to a few of them, ISA, the International Singer Songwriters, and things like that. And indie artists can be a really welcoming community. You'll be surprised.
Absolutely, absolutely. The few that I met, they've been just wonderful to me. I mean, they give you tips and tricks, and they help you out pretty much any way they can. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been exactly where you were. They might be one
Mhm.
step, two steps ahead, or even one step back, but it's all about helping each other out.
Right. And people think that, it's competitive and, oh, it's really not. We really are about music and the songs and, like you said, like helping each other out,
Right. It's
cheering each
about
other
it's
on.
about what that song means to somebody else. It's really what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to help somebody else say something that they don't know how to say. I feel like that's kind of a big part of music is just giving them a voice if they can't figure it out themselves, but they feel it.
Right. And that's how you relate to music, right? You hear that song and you're like, oh, I get that. Right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the first song because, all right, you have to listen to a song and you have to get it. Nicotine Daydream, for someone who's run anti-smoking groups for like million billion years.
Mhm.
Why would I relate to this song? What's it about?
It's basically it's relating your the feeling of a nicotine buzz to the feeling of being in love for the first time, because you have that sensation of like you're just excited, and then you get all these new feelings. You don't know what to do with it. It's just all hitting you at once, and you just excited to see what happens next.
So it's kind of that adrenaline rush, that warmth that comes over you
Yeah,
when
it's
when you really
kind of
like
like
something.
chasing that feeling of feeling really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So when you start writing a song, do you start with a melody? Do you start with, the guitar part, the lyrics? Where do you start?
So I pretty much start at the lyrics, because I don't know, a lot of the times like a lot of times I don't sit down and go like, oh, I need another song. Let me make this chord progression, let me write this word, all this sounds good. Most of the time I'll just be doing whatever, and I'll have something that pops in my head and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And that's kind of how this song went. Was I was working and I was like, I feel like I need a song that kind of like, there's a lot of people, they have like these nicotine things, and they're like, I kind of want to relate that song to the feeling of like love. Cause the feeling of a buzz going to your head and the buzz in your heart from love, it's kind of the same thing. So I kind of just ran with that. And then I came with like, nicotine daydreams kind of sounds cool. It sounds like a very like catchy tune, very catchy title to it. And then I just kind of
Mhm.
went from there.
Okay. And then you eventually added the chord parts, or did the producer do that, or how'd that come out?
Oh, I did. I wrote the whole song, and then once I wrote the whole song, I was like, okay, now let me come with a chord progression, and then you sit down, you get like your basic four chords, like every other country song. Just like let me see what it sounds like at this one, what key you want, and then once you find it, it's kind of like it just goes together so well. That's kind of
Hmm.
what we got.
Right. And you put some really cool videos together too.
Yes, we had a music video done with Charlotte Avenue Entertainment, which they were the ones that reached out, and they pretty much took care of everything for me. Like I sent them my song, and I sent them the guts of it, like the basic chords and the recording of it, and they get together with their people and they send it back to me, and they just ask me how it is, and we pretty much go from there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
So
they first introduced me to this whole new world of what we got going on there, and they're great people. They were great people, great to work with.
okay, so they found you.
Yes, they found me off of I believe it was an Instagram post, and he was just like, "Hey, man." At first he sent me a message 3 months prior, and he was just like, "Hey, greetings from," I think he's from Nashville, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of cool." And then I didn't think nothing of it. And then about
Hmm.
3 months later, he sent me something. He's like, "Hey, I showed this song to a bunch of people. They really like it. I think you should do it." And then so I was like, "Okay, I'll just do one." And then it started with one, then I had more, and then it just kind of just kept going.
Right, right.
Mhm.
All right. So let's listen to Nicotine Daydream.
Like a chimney smoking Marlboro Reds, it burns deep in my lungs. Like a nicotine-filled daydream, I can't seem to get enough. Well, you don't seem to think of me, and neither do I. So I'll just sit back and light one up and say my goodbye to that nicotine daydream at 18, driving with the windows down. Springsteen on the radio, got the speakers blaring the sound. I don't know where I'm headed, but I know where I've been. Nicotine daydream at 18, here we go again. Couldn't wait for the day I could pull up and buy me a couple of cans. Copenhagen or Black and Mild, to hold both in my hands. And when I crack spin. When I do, I'll think of you, chase that feeling again. Nicotine daydream at 18, driving with the windows down. Springsteen on the radio, got the speakers blaring the sound. I don't know where I'm headed, but I know where I've been. Nicotine daydream at 18, here we go again. It's been a couple years now since I last seen her face. I ran into her the other day and it gave my heart a race. 'Cause when I seen her standing there, it gave a buzz in my head. She said, do you remember me? I said, every now and then. Nicotine daydream at 18, driving with the windows down. Springsteen on the radio, got the speakers blaring the sound. I don't know where I'm headed, but I know where I've been. Nicotine daydream at 18, here we go again. Nicotine daydream at 18.
And we are back on the rant. We are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for all indie artists. If you looking for new music, try Blast Music 24/7. And if you have new music, you want it on Blast Music 24/7. All right, we're also brought to you by Hotel Universe for all your multimedia needs. Tell them Randie sent you for a really good deal. And we have our radio affiliates. We have Plow Zone out in California and My Indie Radio out in Paris. Always love our listeners, even on all our streaming platforms, which we really have been growing. Amazon Podcast, Pod Paradise, YouTube Music, Pocket Cast, Podcast Internet. We're all over the place. And right now we're listening to Blake Smelt, his Nicotine Daydream. You know, I was thinking about it, and he had some really cool lines in that song. There are all kinds of ways to get that nicotine rush.
Right.
Windows down, you can fall in love, but that always isn't the easiest thing, and you can't really time that. Being on stage.
Who doesn't love radio?
I'm sorry?
Who doesn't love Springsteen on the radio? Like Bruce Springsteen or Springsteen by Eric Church. They're kind of both pretty great.
Yeah. It's the little rushes during the day that keep you going, you know?
That's right. It's the little wins.
The little wins. Especially when you're a musician, it's the little wins. You know, people clapping and people singing.
Love it.
Yeah. Don't you love when they sing along?
That is great. Makes you feel accomplished, really.
Yeah, it's like someone took the time to learn my song. Oh,
why me?
What's that?
I said, why me?
Oh, because you wrote a good song. Everyone likes to sing along. That's really good. So you're in Virginia, and there's a lot of country music. Were you always drawn to country Americana?
Oh, I was always. I mean, I grew up on like my mama loved Alan Jackson, and I've always had a love for Alan Jackson. And of course, I always Luke Combs was really great. I really love Luke Combs. He pretty much every song he plays is pretty much golden. But I mostly grew up on like early 90s and 80s with, you know, Keith Whitley, George Strait, and George Jones. Love some George Jones.
Okay. So you kind of rocked out for a while.
Yeah, kind of. I also loved with Ricky Van Sheldon, which he's not too far from me, where he came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was. I think is maybe 15, 20 minutes from where I live is where he came from.
Are you sticking stuff in his mailbox? Like,
No, no, he's moved on. He's not about that. Not about country music life anymore. He left that behind.
oh, Billy was liking your song. He said, "Love hits home," and I guess that is true.
Yeah,
Love does hit home. Well, it either hits home or wrecks home or
you
comes
know,
home.
it's. I guess it's up to the person listening.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes love goes the way you want it to, and sometimes it don't. So
Yeah, it's either love or a lesson.
that is well said. That sounds like a line from a song.
Could be another one in the works. I don't know.
I'm writing that down. Could be love, could be love, could be a lesson. I've had way too many lessons. I'm jaded. I'm jaded. So it sounds like Luke Combs was one of your big influences.
Yeah, Luke Combs is. Yeah, I just pretty much. I just like everything he does. I mean, every song he's ever made is pretty much just. It's just spot on.
Yeah, he can write. Is he writing his own stuff? I think he does.
He writes. I know he writes a lot of them. I don't know if he writes all of them. And of course, it's got group writings and stuff.
Right. And I do respect artists that will use another person's song, like give songwriters a chance, you know? I respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know? So there are a lot of artists that got started that way. So if you
That
could
is
have
true.
dinner, yeah, it's true. If you could have dinner with one celebrity, who would it be?
A celebrity, like a music celebrity,
Could be
or any
music,
kind of celebrity.
could be anything. Could be music, could be.
I don't even know. I don't even know. I feel like Matthew McConaughey is kind of cool. I feel like he's a very spiritual guy.
Yeah, he would be interesting.
It would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah. He's played such varied roles, you know?
He has from comedy to serious roles, but I just think he's got like a very like I mean, from all like the things that I've seen him talking in his speeches and stuff, he's pretty much got his head on straight, and he's just very like very spot on.
And he's well spoken. Like he can make
Very
a
well.
point, you know?
Right. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Why not throw an eyeball in there?
Right? Right? I could see that. He'd be a cool one to have dinner with. Okay, so our next song up. Now you have it ain't whiskey. Now, my one claim to fame is I have a song called Queen of the Barstool Two-Step. That because I had whiskey lined up on the bar and was pretending to drink them, and you don't even see me drinking them, they just like leave the bar. I actually got kicked off Twitter for that song.
Really?
How do you get a song you ain't whiskey?
I don't know. I guess it just happened like that.
I mean, a country singer has a song about whiskey. I have a friend, Kevin DeFeo, and I bust his chops all the time. Guys always have songs about whiskey. I have a song about whiskey, and line them up, I'll shoot them down. And I got booted off of Twitter.
Was it just from that line?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Isn't it?
That is very
don't
crazy.
know.
I figured a video would pop down. I mean, ban it off of there before, but just words. That's kind of crazy.
It is. I think there's a double standard here.
I just got left.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your song. You ain't whiskey.
You ain't whiskey.
Oh.
Was kind of the same thing as the whole nicotine daydream ordeal because this was the very first song that I was gonna have professionally recorded and mixed and mastered and everything. I had written it when I was sitting at work and I was working nights and I was very bored because what I was doing just took forever. And I was like, this is really great because it's about losing your first love, which is ironically the opposite of nicotine daydream. But it's about
Right.
losing your love, and then you're drinking whiskey because you're trying to take away the hurt because basically every country song is drinking and for the hurt to go away, and you're kind of replacing the person you lost with the drink that you have because it provides you a sense of warmth like the love used to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think almost all country singers have a song about home, and they have a song about getting over a relationship and using whiskey.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had a song, "Blame It on the Whiskey." It was a good song. So, all right, guys, let's listen. Now, again, you start with the lyrics on this. Can you tell us about the video?
Well, the video was shot in Nashville, Tennessee, and it was originally at this. The performance part was at this bar beside a river, and the other part was walking down Main Street. But the greatest part of it all was I was down there, and I had maybe I think 5 or 6 of my friends, and I was like, I should call them and get them in the video. So all the people you see at the end where I walk up and hug, shake their hand and stuff, those are all my best friends since like childhood. I mean, I've known them all forever. That's like the coolest part is I got to put them in something that meant that much to me.
Oh, that's fun that your friends joined along.
And they did a good job because they had no idea that that's what they were doing.
Right. I'm surprised, like when I tell people I'm shooting video, how willing people are to jump in front of a camera and just do silly things.
Yeah, the craziest thing I had noticed is like when you're in like Nashville and you're videoing is the amount of people that just walk right by because they've seen it 70,000 times before and they just don't care. I did not expect that. I figured they'd be like and get in front of the camera and stuff, but just walk right by you like you were nothing. It was weird.
That is weird. I've never actually filmed in Nashville though. I've videoed all over the place: Costa Rica, Colorado. Like some other places. Really cool. Yeah. Like when I go on vacation, like I start shooting video, like, Cancun. Yeah. I've done some music retreats down in Cancun with Modern Musician, and I filmed 2 videos down there. They're all musicians, like, let's go. We're going. Like, start filming. Start singing, and make it happen. Like when you're with talent like that, you got to use it,
Right.
So, all right, let's listen to It Ain't Whiskey. I want to make sure I play the right song here. All right, here we go.
I got in my way, now I'm stuck in my head, asking why I did it that way, remembering what you said. Now I'm stuck in this city with so much left to learn. Sunsets off the skyline ain't the beauty that I earned. And now it's empty, and the bottle's on the dresser, but it ain't whiskey that I'm looking for. It's the one that used to be beside me everywhere I go. Yeah, you ain't whiskey, but you damn sure hit me. I grab another bottle and pour up another round. Throw it back and call a cab. I'm headed off into town. The city nights don't get much sleep, and neither do I. But even with all the crowns, I just can't seem to find. Now it's empty, and the bottle's on the dresser, but it ain't whiskey that I'm looking for. It's the one that used to be beside me everywhere I go. Yeah, you ain't whiskey, but you damn sure hit me. And the bottle's on the floor, but it ain't whiskey that I'm looking for. It's the one that used to be beside me everywhere I go. Yeah, you ain't whiskey, but you damn sure hit me. You damn sure hit me. Yeah, you ain't whiskey, but you damn sure hit me.
And we are back on the ranch. We are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for all indie artist music. And it's all genres on Blast Music. So you get all kinds of stuff there. It's a really great place to stop. And why not let everyone know that we have our Christmas show coming up on December 8th, which will be all music. And I'm going to have Candy Carpenter and the band Wanted is going to help me out with that celebration. So we'll be starting our holiday celebration. Right now, we're with Blake Smelt out of Virginia. And this is his debut. We're catching him on the way up. This is from his debut album, his first song he went into the studio with. There's nothing like your first, right, Blake?
That's right. That's right. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. It's that rush. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And you got some great lines in that one, too. It ain't whiskey, but it hits you, like, ah.
Oh, that was pretty catchy.
It is catchy. It is catchy. But I'm a little envious. You were actually drinking whiskey and didn't get booted off. And I didn't even drink it, and I got booted off Twitter. So, I don't know.
That was unsweet too.
I was using iced tea.
He said we couldn't as bad. He said as bad as I'd let you do it, but we can't really do that in this video. So we're gonna do unsweet tea because I still had to drive. I still had to go out and film more.
Probably for the better, because you were doing quite a few shots there. So,
hey, what is disappointing?
What happened? I lost you. Oh, is something happening to the feed, Billy, or you blipped out? You had to go out. Ooh, I hope we're not cutting out. All right,
it still says live.
It still says live. So I know it's glitching every now and then. Every now and then we get technical stuff going on, but. Oh, what happened? I lost you. That's what he said. So I hope you guys are still with us because we're having some fun. We have listening to some good music from Blake, and maybe we're getting kicked off of YouTube. Oh my goodness! See, you're getting us cooked off, Blake.
You guys get kicked off of YouTube
for drinking whiskey. Well, it's actually iced tea. I don't even know.
It was a good run.
It was a good run. We were at it for a while. Oh, we got some feedback. They really like that song. Our listeners are really liking that. So, all right. So we still got listeners. It's all good. It's all good. So, you do a lot of live performance?
I went down there in Nashville and I played at the local, and I think it was Nashtown a couple times.
How was that?
But I had like a full band and stuff. And that was a lot of fun. Well,
tell me about your full band.
Well, it wasn't really like my band per se, but I hired some people, and they were really cool. They were really good at what they do, obviously. But yeah, they just any tips and tricks they had, they let me know because of course, me never doing this, I know nothing. I'm just kind of there with a guitar and a song that I wrote, and just like, hey, we're gonna do this and this and this. I'm just all right. Let's try it. Why not? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
I know. They're like, "What key are you in?" And they just blow out this
It's like,
wonderful
there's a whole other
music,
song.
right?
I'm in this key. You figure it
Yeah.
out. I don't know.
I know. It's fun to do that. It is fun to do that. So, what's your biggest challenge been so far as an artist?
I guess it's just like the reach. It's you have so many so many different like social media is great, but it's also it's a pro and also a con because you may be doing these, but you need to be doing these. It's kind of like each different social media platform is different from the next. So this one they might like this clip, this one you can't have that clip. You got to have something else, and it's kind of just finding your niche. I think it's called niche. It's just
Right,
finding what
right.
works and going with that.
And each social media again has its pluses and minuses, and it's like you're constantly looking for fans and people who are going to like your songs, and you got to format it differently, and
Right.
it's
It's hard finding that because pretty much you have to figure out where you fit in on
mhm,
each platform, and it's just the hard part is finding that because once you find the right people, they're like, hey, I like this, share it to somebody else, and eventually grows in something much bigger. But before that, it's just trial and error, really.
right. And each song too, because you're writing very different songs, you
Right.
know, and you're always tweaking, your social media and your platforms, and I'm telling you, it could be a full-time job.
Yeah, right. So it's like, you write a song, you're like, oh, they might love this one, but then they end up loving the other one that you're like, there's no way. And then you have to just scrap everything you had for that song and start focusing on this song, and maybe that song can get traction.
Yeah. And you know what? There's a lesson there too, right? That you got to write songs for you, because if you try to guess what they're going to like, you're wrong, you
Right.
know?
100% of the
So
time.
you write songs that are from the heart and that maybe they'll relate to, but you think it's important, it's a good message, and because you can never second guess what they're going to like.
That is true. They might surprise you, which they always do.
Oh, I know. Because I wrote some stuff on like child abuse and stuff, and I didn't think like that anyone would pay any attention, and I couldn't believe how many people were listening to it and actually giving me feedback on it.
Right. Feedback is great. Whether it's positive or negative, it's still feedback and still engagement. I feel like that's something you just can't buy.
Right, right. Someone took the time to write something. It moved them.
Whether
You
you
know,
hate it or not, you took time out of your day to tell me that, which I'm thankful regardless.
I don't know. Was it Martin Vifkin who gave me advice, and he said, your job. If people say, "Hey, that's okay," you didn't do your job as an artist. You want them to love it or hate it because then they reacted to it.
Right.
And then you did your job as an artist.
Right. Absolutely.
So people taking the time to do that. So, all right, we have one more song that we're going to be listening to called Drive. Now you're sitting all around like 3 cars. So
I am. They're things of beauty when they're clean, but they're not very clean right now.
how many times a week are you washing your car?
Too many. They can't even keep soap on the stuff.
I had a feeling that was
Those
the
car
answer.
detailers. Those car detailers, they got me for all my money.
I know, but you're putting me to shame. I have a Santa Cruz named Sunny, and I have to. He needs a bath so bad, so I can't even. So
I try to keep it clean, but it never works out because As much as I'd love to drive it every day, I never do. I drive it every now and then.
But then again, I have a 4-wheel drive truck. Like that shouldn't be clean, right? Like
Right.
you should be.
And that's the cleanest thing you'll have.
All right, let's talk about Drive, this song. How did that come about?
So that one was actually, I want to say that was my first like full song that I've ever written, like ever. And that was just, it was just about getting away from it all. Like, you know, you feel like it's like you're kind of stuck, but then you just don't know whether to go. And you just got to pedal to the floor and just make your dreams alive, really. But, you know, in a sense of driving a car, you know, kind of relating the two.
And who hasn't wanted to do that, you know?
Who doesn't love driving?
Yeah, just like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I'm just going to go for a drive. I'm going to go for a drive. And you're going to clear your hair and you're going to figure out what direction you want to go.
That is true, because when you're behind the wheel, you can go straight, left, right, or turn back around. There's no telling.
Right. Oh, our audience loves a gearhead.
Oh, I love cars. I love everything about them. I mean, that one was I ended up putting a blower on it and driving it, and now it just makes a lot of noise now.
All right, for people who can't see, he's got a bunch of Mustangs in his garage that he's feeling for.
I could show you this one.
That's his dad's, a 64 and a half Mustang. And then we're looking at his Mustang. What year is your Mustang?
That's 2001.
Oh, okay. 2001. So it's what, 24 years old? Okay, it's legal.
It's older than me.
That would make it an antique. How old do you have to be the one to be an antique? 25 years for a car?
To be on what?
For a car to be considered an antique, how old does it have to be? I think it's
25 years.
25?
25, yeah.
Wow, that means 2000. Wow, that's crazy. An antique. Okay. It is. It doesn't sound like that long ago, but I don't know. Maybe I'm sounding old. Oh, you're just starting out. And you have a car. You're driving a car older than you.
My first truck was a 1997 F-150, 5-speed.
What did I have? Mine was a Dodge Dart. My first car, which is Dodge Dart. The Sport, the Slant 6.
The Dodge Darts were pretty cool. They're not very cool now. Am I thinking, did they bring back the Dart or did they change to a Volt?
I don't think they did. I haven't seen it.
It was a cool car back then, though.
Yeah, and the engine, the Slant 6 never died. You know, the body rusted away before the engine ever died. So
back when they were made good, I guess.
Yeah. Now, all right, so we're going to listen to... Wait, I got to go back to the other part. Okay, we're going to listen to Drive for a good cruising song. All right, here we go.
All right.
Running down I-85, going fast, barely getting by, trying to figure out where to go from here. I'm 30 miles outside of town, I'm heading south and I'm hellbound, gonna see if I make it out alive. Needles push way past red, either way I'm gonna end dead. So what's the point in staying here? A lonely drive, it takes me to the other side. somewhere between then and right now. This road's a living hell, that's why I took it all by myself. Ain't gonna catch me standing by, just drive. Turned around at the next stoplight, I pulled over onto the side, and I thought, what the hell is wrong with me? There's some things that I'll never know. What makes a house, what makes a home, and what drives this cold part of my soul. This road's a lonely drive, it takes me to the other side, somewhere between then and right now. This road's a living hell, that's why I took it all by myself. Ain't gonna catch me standing by, so just drive. Since then I ain't ever looked back, never gonna head back to that, to the place where all dreams go to die. Gonna drive into the night, never gonna stop that fight, 'cause we both know that just isn't me. This road's a lonely drive, it takes me to the other side, somewhere between then and right now. But this road's a living hell, that's why I took it all by myself. Ain't gonna catch me standing by, just drive.
And we are back on the ranch. We are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for all indie artists. And anyone listening, all the indie artists out there, if you want to be on the ranch, you just have to fill out a form on my website. You have to spell my name right, though. Randie with an I-E, RANDIEONEIL. Never goes well spelling over the radio, but I'm going to do it anyway. So you can find me on my website /shows, and you can fill out a form and be on the show, just like Blake did. And again, it's such a relatable song because so much of us feel that way. Like we just want to go clear our head and figure out what we're doing.
Right, right. Which is funny enough because I never thought that song would ever be recorded. I kind of just I wrote it and I never really thought too much of it. But then, you know, we went over all the songs that I had and I was like, that one's actually pretty decent. And then we just recorded and that's where it went.
Oh, see, you never know. You never know.
You never know. And I got that was filmed not too far. It was probably maybe an hour from here by the Apex Film Company. That was a good friend of mine. He runs that whole thing. He does very good videography, and that's just what he put together for me because we were just experimenting and said, you know what? Why not? We need something for this song, so let's just go out and do it. And that's what we got. Right.
Yeah, and you have some solid videos put together, and I think they're important for music these days. You know,
Oh yeah.
You know, YouTube is such a big medium. You know.
That is true. Because I mean, you listen to the song, you love it, and then you just like, they've got a music video for it. I kind of want to see it because, you know, it's telling a story through the song. I want to see how they got that on video and what they kind of did with it. And then you just like, whoa, I kind of like this person even more. Why not?
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to all come together, right?
Right, right.
So you're just starting out. I mean, you have your album together, a very exciting time for you. What advice do you have for all the other people who are just starting out?
I am not one for great advice because I feel like, I've just kind of just do whatever you can. Like, if you have an opportunity to do it, just do it. You don't know what's around the corner because, I went from posting random videos thinking, oh, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to see it. And then getting a message after person. Next thing you know, I'm going down to Nashville and recording a song, playing in a place, filming. It's just a whole lot of opportunities will open up if you just take that leap. And you don't know what's in front of that door. You don't know what's in front of the door. Sorry, I'm just repeating myself. The door in front of you, as soon as you open it and you close the one behind you, it's just, you don't realize how many doors will open up from just that one door.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Because it can seem like an overwhelming business, but it really is about little steps and little things, You start small with a song and see where it goes, then you do another and then you do another, and, it might take you to unexpected places. Yeah, it might take you to all kinds of unexpected places. So
because there's no set standard of, oh, you have to do this, do this, do this. There's no guidebook, there's no rule book of what you have to do. It's just whatever works for you. Everybody's path is different. Everybody's, just because that person, you see all these people on social media and you see them, they're doing all these huge shows, and you're only seeing what they're at now. You don't see what they had to go through as well, because everybody has to start somewhere. So you just see the big picture and you're thinking to yourself, I'll never do that. And he's already there. Well, you didn't know it, but 3 years ago he was playing over here and there was maybe 2 people listening to him. You just never know.
That is so well put, because I've interviewed so many bands, and almost every artist had that show where no one showed up, and they stayed with it, and they're selling out stadiums, but almost all artists, you pay your dues and you just got to believe and stay with it.
Right. It's you just got to have faith in it, and then just keep your head on straight and just got to follow through.
Right. So Blake, what's coming up next for you? You have your album out now.
I have no idea. Whatever the good Lord puts in front of me, I'll take it.
Okay. And where can people find all your stuff?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, at Blake Smelts Music. You can find me on any streaming network that you listen to. I promise you, I'm already there.
All right. We just have to spell your name right.
Man, sometimes it's a little different. That Z just sneaks up on you.
I know. We got it wrong. I'm just busting chops because we got it wrong to begin with. For some reason, an X showed up at the end of the name, and I'm like, what? All right, it got fixed.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Well, Blake, thank you so much for taking time away from your cars and your guitars, and hanging out with here on the ranch. And when you get some new music, definitely look us up. And I know people out there think you have a great future, so Billy's liking you. So
well, thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on here. I was very excited. I was a little nervous. I haven't really done these things a whole lot, but I'm just very excited and very thankful that you had me out here on this.
Well, you're doing great. Everyone starts out a little nervous, but it's gonna be old hat after a while. So doing good things. And when you have new stuff, again, just fill out the form and you can come back on.
Absolutely. I will.
All right. So you're on the ranch. We are here every Monday night. We go live at 7 as interactive. We have a lot of people chiming in tonight. And then we have our radio affiliates, the Plow Zone, on Wednesdays, Thursdays at My Indie Radio. And then we are on all streaming platforms and Roku TV. So we will see you there on the ranch.
Don't know where it goes. I'm on a road. Follow your heart. It won't let you down. Follow your heart. Take the steps beyond.